right, man, let's do some real quick boxing talk. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Don't forget you can listen to this episode on tomorrow morning before 12 on Spotify, Anchor, not Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, the whole nine. So make sure you girls and guys check that out. Oh, and back tight today. So talk a little bit about this rumor about with Crawford real quick and Spence, and then first I'm gonna talk about Dante's Boxing Nation situation he got on with Shakur Stevenson, and then I talk about Spencer stuff. Sean, what's going on? What's going on? I'm just call you H. Real quick. So apparently, Shakur Stevenson went in on Dante's Boxing Nation for him taking up for Bam Rodriguez. Hold on. For Bam Rodriguez, and we basically a lot of people. Well, Shakur Stevenson felt that uh, basically sound like people saying he called Shakur Stevenson a raccoon. All right, and Shakur Stevenson defended himself, and he had some tweets about Bam Rodriguez, giving Rodriguez some credit. Dante came back, made a rebuttal video. Shit was like an hour long. I don't know who watched all of it. Basically said that he really wasn't coming for Shakur Stevenson. He was trying to point out the double standards in boxing for Shakur Stevenson. But my thing is this, man. If it been like this excuse me, my neck is back hurt today. Hold on. But it been like this since if it been like this since the 1900s or whatever it's been like in boxing. I mean, what makes you think you're gonna be able to change it? Is my question. This you got 300, 400,000 subs, and that's cool. But what makes Shakur Stevens? What makes Dante's Boxing Nation then think he gonna stop it? Then he gets back on his video and start backpedaling, and he start backpedaling on. Well, I wasn't trying to say this about Shakur Stevenson. I was just pointing out if you do this and then they don't want to see another Mayweather, and I'm just thinking like, bro, that's just a natural progression of boxing. Boxing is built on the color green and ethnic pride. That's what boxing is. It's pretty much the Olympics for sports, for sports in general. Without the Olympics, you think about it, Olympics coming together to see which country got the best athletes. That's what boxing is. See what country got the best athletes. If they come from wherever they come from the UK, from the United States, from Canada. It's really about country pride. So you trying to take away the ethnic background of boxing, then it ain't really boxing. Then it make it what, the NBA. Then it make it tennis. You know what I'm saying? Even though tennis got some of that same thing in it, some of tennis and golf, but it's not to the extent of boxing. Tennis and golf fans are much more civil. You know what I'm saying? And they fan base is much more plentiful and hardcore than boxing fans. Kobe, what's going on? Sean, yeah, I'm probably not gonna be long, Sean. So I don't know if I'm on past too much past the hour, then I'll shoot him a league. If not, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do some holiday. We set something up for Tuesday, so I'm about to be in and out like a bank robbery, most likely. But if I stay on, I'll shoot him one. So I seen no text, so I don't know if I'm on long enough. Then I shoot one, but I don't plan on being on too long. I gotta go get some food before everything close up. But I'll shoot a one. But so I'm trying to stay on code right here on point, because if I wait too late, then I can get nothing to eat. Yeah, happy Fourth. Yeah, happy Fourth. They got a taco fest I wanted to go to. We didn't go to. Somebody got sick. I did a lot of shit last day. But yeah. So he gets on here. I didn't listen to the whole thing. He gets on here and he breaks down everything Shakur Stevenson said. But whatever you say, and some of the things he said, he digs up these clips about what Shakur Stevenson said about some of the double standards in boxing. I mean, you could dig up 1,000 champ side clips he said, but Dante could be right about something, and Shakur could be right about something. Dante could be wrong about something, and Shakur could be wrong about something. It's not a green button or a red button, or red button or green button, a red pill or blue pill. Yes or no, yin and yang. Two things can be right. You know what I'm saying? And he can dig up everything he's saying. What you're doing is different than the midget. Oh, I ain't sick. uh, I ain't sick. Somebody else is. My significant other is sick. Um, but yeah, two things could be right. But what he doing is, he could point out a lot of things and say, well, he shouldn't credit Bam Rodriguez. As I understand kind of where he coming from, where he's saying, well, he shouldn't credit Bam Rodriguez. Then he solidifying them for a reason. As soon as he do a couple things, he fight Gonzalez, he fight with Chocolito, he fight I don't know, whoever else out there, Chocolito, Estrada, he beat them, and then they jump Shakur over the pound for pound list, and you validated their statement. Cool, that's what he choose to do. That's what he choose to do. If you want to co-sign Bam Rodriguez, if you want to co-sign Keyshawn Davis, you want to co-sign Dan Rabbit, that's what Shakur Stevenson can do. He a grown ass man, and I'm pretty sure he know how this works because he's sitting at number 10 on the pound for pound list from his own network. But if you're gonna do that, you're gonna criticize, or it's gonna come off for people try to twist it and criticize it. Just talk to him in public. He said he talked to his uncle. And he told his uncle that he thought they was gonna love him after he beat Oscar Valdez. And can you say he kind of living in la la land? Absolutely. Absolutely. It just don't work that way. And I definitely kind of understand a little bit where Dante coming from, but goddamn, it ain't your place. If y'all are on them type of terms, you talk to his uncle or something, get him on the phone, you relate to that in private, bro. You talk to him in private. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit there and you don't check, because now you talk to him in public. Ain't nothing to talk about in boxing right now. Nothing, literally. People talking about Crawford Spence. Nothing else to talk about right now. I seen the video. It say Crawford, Spence asked for $100 million or something like that. So it's literally nothing to hang on. So you just gave the box community to talk about something. And even more than that, giving the box community to talk about something that's negative about all of us staying on code, right? We look stupid in front of all these Hispanic and white channels and say, well, I told you they can't stay on code, but we already knew that when you and 7A fell out. We already knew that with several incidents that people had with the local dummy box community. We already know we all couldn't stay on code. Everybody know that. But well, we can't. Just it is what it is because of incidents like this. Because I'd rather go back to it being the dick pulling contest. That's what I'd rather come back. Just you support your fanboys, and even though how bad that is before we get here, and we get bored and we start bullshit, start saying who black or who this, that, and the third. If he want to co-sign Bam Rodriguez, I don't have a problem with it. I don't go back because he can fight. It ain't like he co-signing Zeus Shimon or something like that. He could do that. But if you want to hold him accountable and you want to get your message relayed to Shakur Stevenson, let's do that in private, bro. That's all that all can change. Y'all had some incident, y'all had friction in private. Guess what? That can be healed. But as soon as you take something public, it's hard for that to heal. It's gonna take longer for that to heal. You know what I'm saying? I seen boxers and fighters fall out all the time. Boxers, fathers, trainers, and media members and fighters and all that fall out. But once you take it public, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to recover that. Because now you take it public and everybody got opinion. You got people on Dante who've been subs to Dante for a long time in the comment section talking about, oh, he don't get it. He don't get it. What's the get? What's the get? It's nothing to get. It's just it's opinion. And you tried to make it out to something that it shouldn't even have been. Well, he's supporting Bam Rodriguez and he's going to give them, it's a pound for pound list. We're not talking about a list that's going to get Shakur Stevenson, that's going to incentivize his contract. Come on, we talking about a mythical list, bro. It does everything you talk about. It's mythical. It's a mythical list. He'll never get in the ring with Bam Rodriguez, more than likely. It'll never happen. He'll never drop that amount of weight to get in there with 15 pounds to drop Bam Rodriguez. And Bam Rodriguez, if you do jump up 20-some pounds, Shakur Stevenson will be good and gone to another weight class or whatever. So is he talking about, well, you don't see you giving ESPN this to this. Oh, so give it to him, bro. What does it matter? Did Chocolito get some type of damn $1 billion, $1 million check for being pound for pound number one? You know what I'm saying? Derrick James should have probably been trainer of the year a couple times. What does it matter? Derrick James should say, yeah, I should have been trainer of the year a couple times, but it is what it is. You don't see him going at ESPN. Dante's Boxing Nation and Dante's Boxing Nation and Jamel Charlo care too much with ESPN thing. Look at their head writer at boxing at ESPN. Just look at him. And do you really care about his opinion? Look and then look at it before him. Dan Rayfield. Do you really care about his opinion? Come on. Do you really care about his opinion? Let's be real. Come on. Come on. All you doing is giving people something to hang on to, bro. And Dante live in a glass house too. And it's just to the point. It's just to the point like it's just to the point like he just trying him and the midget boy who got Kung Fu Kenny Mush. It's just to the point like they trying to prove they blackness too much for me, bro. And I say this, it's really never a time for race baiting. It's never a time for race baiting in boxing, though. But it's time to show inconsistencies, and this wasn't one of them, bro. This wasn't. Shakur Stevenson don't get a bonus off of this. Just saying, Shakur Stevenson don't get a bonus check off this. It's we arguing about a list. Dante can make a list. Dante almost got $500,000 followers. Dante can make a list, or all his content creator homies that he cool with, they can make a list and validate it better than ESPN's. It's the truth. Get a list, get a couple of your homies around the YouTube channel, make a list, do a point system, how y'all do it, and validate the list if y'all care so much about the list. Do it. But you ain't the one to be saying, "Oh man, it just seemed like him and Kung Fu Kenny, who got mushed by Kung Fu Kenny." What you trying to prove your blackness for, bro? It's been like this in boxing forever, bro. They was trying to put Manny Pacquiao with Floyd. When Floyd retired, they was trying to put, probably Oscar over Roy Jones at one point in time. It happens, bro. We all know we the dominant. We dominated the top 100 of the greatest fighters list. We dominate that list. That is what it is. It's great Hispanic fighters, some great white fighters of all time. From heavyweight all the way down, we dominate. So I can't change the way a Copperger think. I can't change the way a Raphael link. I can't change the way a Dante Boxing Nation think. I can't change the way that none of these dudes link. What I can do is talk. When you make a dumb statement, I'm a Joan on you. I'm gonna play the dozens on you. Come on. He plays where he said he compared Tyson Fury to Muhammad Ali. I ain't liking either, but you don't see me making videos saying, "Oh, Shakur Stevenson is a raccoon because he said this about Tyson Fury." I don't give a damn. I'm not about to. I don't feel like I need to expose that. It speaks to itself. Yeah, we might have talked about how Top Rank trying to push him as a Puerto Rican and joke about it, but nobody really took it serious. Honestly, who took it serious? Who took it serious? Like it was just, like I said before, it wasn't about Shakur. We know it was Top Rank. Y'all understand why that man far behind him right here don't be talking to us, Terence Crawford. You want to know why he don't be talking to us? Because dumb stuff like this. And Dante don't mess with black women. Dante went to Thailand out of all places. Not Nigeria, not Ghana. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's countries in America, in Africa, in the great continent of Africa, that don't extradite. I'm pretty sure. He went to Thailand of all places, man. And like I said before, I know why he over there. He know why he over there. Like, I dare him, step over here and do something about it. Do something about it. I dare you. You going to jail, nigga. From what I heard, you going to jail. Straight up and down. You going to jail. But how about that? And then he just had a new child with a woman over there, and she don't look like me or Shakur Stevenson or Kobe or Dante. She don't look like that neither. Dante don't mess with black women. And like I said before, that ain't no, a deal breaker or prerequisite deal breaker to be cool with me. You can come on my channel, say whatever you want. But then again, the people that feel that, that feel the way they feel about issues like this, that's simply nothing to pulling stuff out of thin air. They the ones that's not married to black women. And they the ones that try to have the loudest voice on this situation. Nah, brother. No, man, you can't lead the pack. I keep telling y'all can't lead the pack when you give up on black women, which I don't really care what you do or don't do. But when you give up on black women, man, you can't go out here and say who blacker. Come on, get up out of here. I think Shakur Stevenson, baby mama, she black. Say what you want to say. Everybody say Bam Bam co-signed him first before the Valdez fight. Yep. And I think him and David Benavidez co-signed each other too. He ain't say nothing about Benavidez co-signing Shakur Stevenson and Shakur Stevenson co-signing him. So think about that for a minute. Like he ain't say nothing about that. And like I said, when you go to these fights and stuff of that nature, man, and he'll tell you when he was able to cover fights in America, he'll tell you if he being honest, or if he trying to be on this super black militant stuff. A lot of people that look like Bam Rodriguez and David Benavidez give you a lot easier time than the black fighters when it come to interviews. Shakur Stevenson, one of the good black interviews, him, Austin Trout, it's a couple of them, Jared Hurd, but it's a lot of these other dudes, man, that's black don't want to interview with you, want to give you a hard time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know. He said, for real, nobody cares about that damn at all. Now, it was something that was valid, you know what I'm saying, that was really, really valid, which I can't really think of any like issues that really validate what he said, like what he would say. Like, I don't know if he got on here on some Uncle Ruckus stuff per se. I know Shakur Stevenson, when he called him out, then guess what? You wouldn't have been the first person to call him out. No way. Everybody would have called him out. What's so funny about this stuff though, he broke a relationship that he had since these dudes was him and Devin Haney was sparring. He broke a relationship that he had with them for years, bro. With him for years. Over a beef with ESPN. He said, well, it's not about a beef with ESPN. It's not about this. Then what it's about, bro? You need the content. Because used to be at Floyd Mayweather gym. We can go back to this questionable stuff that Mayweather said. Mayweather said brothers and black people that helped him get to where he was, Mexicans did. Talk about that. Talk about that. Talk about how Mayweather didn't have the funds to sign Shakur Stevenson. Talk about that. People don't like Shakur Stevenson because he signed the top rank, and that's just the honest truth. I said again, people didn't like Shakur Stevenson because he signed the top rank, and he didn't sign with PBC. That is what it is. Everybody can't be on PBC. Everybody can't play with Michael Jordan in the NBA, and NFL can't play for nobody that's black. I don't get that. Phenomenal talent, bro. But a lot of these same people didn't support Andre Ward neither. I don't agree with everything Shakur and Andre Ward say, but guess what? And I root for Andre Ward. Every fight, was only one fight that I wasn't rooting for Andre Ward with, and it didn't happen. That was against my boy Anthony Durrell. That's it. I rooted for Andre Ward every fight. When he beat Kovalev, I watched it on my high-low. When I could have got fired doing that. So, like I said before, man, it's certain times where he talks about, well, they put Better Biev over him. Man, Better Biev top 3 on my list, maybe even 2. Y'all late to the wave. He ain't no number 7. They putting all these other dudes up there. Say what you want to say. What Lomachenko still doing on that list? If we really want to talk about the list, it's a lot of things wrong with that list before we talking about, Shakur Stevenson co-signing a hopeful and Bam Rodriguez. It's a lot of stuff on that list you can get to. Javier Logan said, man, does he even allow 1,000 feet in playgrounds? Anyways, I heard Shakur on multiple occasions praise black fighter Dante simply a weirdo who cares what ESPN think. And because he got denied a credential, more than likely, it is what it is. I got denied for all 3 credentials I signed up for. No lie. I signed up for credentials for Sergey Lipinets and Lamont Peterson. That's kind of where the Kenny and the midget beef started from. I got denied for another credential. What was it? I can't remember. I got denied for 2 more credentials. Man, it was 4 because I got denied the Otto Wallin one in Detroit, and they didn't even give me a reason why. But it was 2 more in addition to that. It was a top rank credential, and I think it was another PBC credential. And Chuck, salute, man. Long time no see. But it was just that's just what it was, bro. Neutral Natural, salute. He said it would be a good show. If I stick around, I'm gonna send him a link. So fast we get through this. Said Negro has gone in on Shakur too for talking to Paulie. So what? So what, bro? Go in on Nate Campbell too for talking to Paulie and Lion Killer. So I don't care. I don't care for talking to Paulie. Paulie got his opinion. Paulie was on TV. Paulie is a greater Northeast or East Coast fighter. So what? I gonna go over him for talking to him, man. Come on. Go in on the midget for talking to Rachel Dolezal. Go on the midget for putting on Jason Whitlock on his channel. Can you please? Come on. And he went on Paulie Malignaggi's channel. Okay, Paulie said, the black fighter is the European fighter is the dominant fighter. That's his opinion. I didn't like it neither. I ripped Paulie too. I ain't like it neither. But at the end of the day, I don't care if Shakur Stevenson talk to Paulie. And I watch and I subscribe to Paulie channel because it's a good channel. I don't agree with most of the stuff Paulie stay on there. But it's actually a really good channel, bro. You never question the knowledge of Paulie Malignaggi. So like I said before, that's like me getting mad at y'all for listening to Whack Fight Fan. For what? I don't care what y'all listen to be honest. Just don't bring them dumb talking points over here. That's it. I never said if y'all watch him, don't come over here. No, just don't bring that. Don't tell me what he said, and I'm pretty sure he don't care what I said. That's all I said, bro. And the only reason I found out about this because Fight Hype put the Shakur Stevenson live stream up, and everybody in the comment section was like, "Who is Shakur Stevenson talking to?" So I went to his IG and I found him in the store. I said, "Why not?" He another one of them dudes that sit here and they talk all this black stuff and don't mess with black women for one. And Dante, the last person that should be talking, even more than a midget. It's a reason you moved to Thailand, bro. So come on now. He said, I'm not tripping about Shakur giving Bam his props. But when Tank be riding Canelo every chance he gets, not a word is said about but because Shakur is with Bob, it's a problem. Yeah, Bob gave Dante's Boxing Nation credentials. Yeah, and they still apply for him. I remember Dante Boxing Nation was crying about Oscar De La Hoya not giving him credential. I guess it was the Canelo fight. You crying about it, bro. Like, bro, you do know we have the power not to watch. We have the power not to ask for credential. We know what Oscar De La Hoya is and where you come from. That makes no sense. You right. Not a word gets said about Gervonta Tank Davis riding Canelo Alvarez, dissing Terence Crawford, dissing other black folk. I don't see what Terence Crawford did. That's so great. He said something like that a while ago. Where Dante Boxing Nation at for that? Oh, I seen a channel. It's a pro tank channel. Man, that's it, man. Like fanboy channels are creating at an enormous clip, and that's the new wave in YouTube boxing. I was talking to Bushido, and he was telling me like he got the flag from old girl and stuff, and you know, I think he was, we were saying that maybe she kind of like wasn't getting the numbers she was used to getting, because one of the reasons that is before you got to keep evolving. To be honest, and she moved over to the UK, so it's hard for her. It's gonna be hard for her to stick, because these channels are evolving into a niche. And the one bad thing about putting your channel in a niche, when that niche is gone, your channel's gone. So your channel is based on a fighter. It's gonna be hard to recover when you do fall out. So think about that for a minute. Renardo, what's going on? But yeah, when Tank say, and then when Terence Crawford be critical of Canelo Alvarez, don't nobody say nothing about it. But if he said, well, Canelo a great fighter, man, he better than Errol Spence, then it's a video. Like I said before, bro, it's just the way it is, bro. That's all I can say, dude. And it be like, man, these dudes don't even be messing with black women. They don't even mess with black women, dog. Then they be the first ones to put their head out there and put their chest out there. And that's kind of where the issue is. If they was truly black, they wouldn't even be, bothered by none of this. Courtney, what's going on? He said, I'm not condoning violence, but bald head midget, Gibby the rat, sandwich man. I'm really interested to see these dudes pressed in real life and seem like little vermin. They talk greasy, then high. Man, like I said before, man, it's all good, bro. People like them gonna get what they coming for. Trust me. They want to rile up their little minions to put the work in. He said the local dummy boss is crazy, but I bet they all got white girlfriend. Not all of them. Some of them got sisters though. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them got sisters. To say Latinos don't be talking about boxing. We show up to the fights, period, and they purchase fights too. But you got to understand too, y'all working with more wealth than most of the, or more money than most of these black people. Most people that black people that do got money, even for like a lot of these studies, you know, that they can't account for. A lot of black people tend to spend their money on gym shoes, tennis shoes, fashion. That's where they spend their money at. That's what you got to understand too. So they ain't really thinking about, if you look at how many professional sports in general, individual soccer, basketball, I mean, even going to college, how many, you know, black people do you see fill up the stands? I mean, it's only a couple events that I can really count on hand, bro. HBCU events, historically black college events, Atlanta events, Atlanta Falcons. I'd even see black people at Atlanta soccer games. I think it was Atlanta United. It's the soccer team. I could be wrong. Um, the Hawks game, the Falcons game, HBCU events. That's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much it, dog. Even if you see Philadelphia Eagles games, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of white people that be there. So you kind of got to think about that too. A lot of people, a lot of black people isn't just not, they not, you know, built. Um, I won't say built. They conditioned to spend that money elsewhere. And then when you do see a lot of black people go to like the football games, I used to work at the stadium when I was younger. You know, a lot of times they bring in their kids, or the husband finally got time to bring them. And it's like, you know, and it's some that was in my section, bro. It's a couple, but most people that had season tickets, they were older black people. The ones that I seen and got familiar with that worked in my section. If you work in the suites and the boxes, majority of those people were white. So you know, like I said before, you know, when you look at it, man, a lot of people. It's not that black people don't have money. Not that black people couldn't save up 50,000, 25,000 in between to buy property. It's just financial literacy, and that's what I just been drilling myself in my head, learning, watching different videos, watching different people, different videos, and you know, about to listen and read a couple other books to kind of change your thought. And it's money out here, and it's easy money to have out there. To be honest, it's easy ways for all of us to be millionaires by next year, maybe at the year's end. You know, it's easier, you know, how to, you know, the dude that wrote the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he got a YouTube channel. And he was talking about, real quick before I finish on this, he was talking about how it's easy to spend your own money and invest your own money. He said that's lazy. He said, you know, it's money out here that you can borrow. And the thing about borrowing money, you always can file bankruptcy, especially if you borrowing it through business funds and stuff like that, because you only can file bankruptcy 3 times. Um, so think about that. You know, just think about that for a minute. So it's easy to say your own money. It's harder to find other people and invest into your venture. And it's ways to invest in real estate without putting money. Stephen Bregman, J Rock Trainer, and J Rock, they talk about it all the time. And once you start reading about it, it's just everything is just about starting. Once you start, man, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. He said HBCU events be live. I'm a season ticket holder at Southern for me and my daughter for the football, basketball, and baseball because the deal was sweet. And I'm still in for free because I'm going there. Oh yeah, you know, the student tickets section. They used to charge us. Sometimes they gave us, sometimes they charge us, but yeah, they do be live. I forget the name of footballs because they and when I was in Alabama State, they shared a football arena with it wasn't theirs. They got one built on there now, but the basketball arena was called the Acadome. When I was going there, I had a brawl in there in high school. He said, I said all that to say I chose to support that, like I really choose to support boxing out of pocket. And he right. It's all a choice. You know, but yeah, but like I said before with oh boy, man, it is what it is, man. This gave people something to talk about, ignorant stuff to talk about, people bored. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to his uncle, you can find a way to talk to him and say that behind the scenes, bro. Him and Midget Boy. Him and Midget Boy gonna hype somebody up to get in trouble one day. If you wanted to go in there and support Canelo, a lot of these Errol Spence kiss Canelo ass, the Charlos kiss Canelo ass all day. I don't see a movie made. I mean, a video made about it. Oh, Canelo can do whatever he want to do. Canelo's pound for pound #1. Not nobody say nothing about Errol Spence kissing Canelo ass. Nobody. Nobody, bro. Appreciate Anthony in the cash app. Appreciate you, bro. Damn, it's gonna be 93 tomorrow. It seems like I bought my big air conditioner, bro. Stop getting hot. But But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying. So you know, you want to support the channel, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase the chance of notifications, go live and drop a video. Cash App is rolling the bottom screen, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, it's the first link in the description. It's pinned in a live chat. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Stitcher, Radio Public, all that stuff you can listen to tomorrow morning. So but you know, nonetheless, bro, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, it just that's why people don't like Terence Crawford. I think because he dark skinned, and I think because he signed the top rank, which, like I said before, Floyd Mayweather signed the top rank. What's the problem? A lot of the Muhammad Ali found the pop rank. I don't see what people having a problem with it for. Like I said before, these PBC slappies and PBC treat them the same way. You go to your hole in the wall events, they don't give you a credential. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't give you a credential. And then I mean they give you a credential. Then when they have a big events, then they don't credential you. So I don't really get it, bro. Where they feel like they having a allegiance to Premier Boxing Champions, when Premier Boxing Champions top rank and the zone treat them all the same. When they had a big events, they shut you out. When they had a small events, they let you in. I don't get it. Bob Arum be paying for a lot of the media members to go when they had like Pacquiao fought in China. He paid for them to go. I bet a pretty penny when you see everybody, all the reporters that was there in Australia for the Devin Haney and the George Camboso event. I guarantee you, Bob Arum comped a lot of them to go over there. You think Al Heyman comped anybody to come? Al Heyman don't even feed the media members most times. How about that? Al Heyman don't even feed the media members. So come on. Bob Arum is the longest reigning, most successful promoter in boxing history right now. It just is what it is. Al Heyman, his track record, let me say this. His track record don't even like he can't even mess with Bob Arum. And y'all think everything Al Heyman doing is for the betterment of the fighter. You gonna see 10 years, 15, 20 years down the line. You already seen it with his fighters before, where they going broke. Y'all gonna see it, bro. Like it's the same game. Al Heyman is playing his fighters too, man. A lot of times they say they get paid once a month. The fighters they get wired a lot of they purse. I guess the purse that's not guaranteed. They get wired once a month. Bob Arum holding on to him. Anytime somebody hold on to your money, anytime you let somebody borrow some money, if it's for a day, it's supposed to be interest on it. It's supposed to be interest on it. When you go get a car, you buy a mortgage, it's interest on it. It's interest. If it's 5%, 3%, 2%, 10%, whatever it may be, it's interest. So shit crazy. You know, but like I said before, everybody see Bob Al Heyman as the hero, and he ain't gave us one mega event yet since he started PBC. And don't give me Floyd Mayweather Canelo. You know, don't give me Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor. Don't give me that and Pacquiao. Like, didn't PBC like technically start after Pacquiao? You know, when did PBC start? Before I roll into this Crawford talk, I think PBC technically started after Manny Pacquiao. Hold on, double check this. It started in March 7th, 2015. So when did Floyd Mayweather take on Manny Pacquiao? When did Floyd Mayweather take on Manny? 2000. Yeah, so Floyd Mayweather took on Manny Pacquiao May 2nd, 2015. PBC was started the March 7th, so it was damn near around the same time. Damn near around the same time. March 7th, May 2nd. So, you know, damn near around the same time. So that's their biggest event. That's their biggest event. But we all know anything with Floyd Mayweather is big. Anything with Floyd Mayweather big. But outside of that, what other event they got? But like I said before, man, with Dante to close out, he has a complex. Him and y'all boy, Cheeseburger Boy, Dante Nation, whatever, Boxing Nation. Like I said before, I had to stop listening to him a while ago, bro. 'Cause he was talking about 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 A lot of him and Midget Boy just want to be pushing the narrative, bro. Like, bro, man, when the time is right, bro, let's be right. When the time is right to stand up for black, and we'll stand up for it. When the time is right, we'll stand up for it, bro. But when we pitting our brothers and sisters against each other, man, no, we not, man. Come on, people laughing at us. Come on, you can come back and try to clarify and clean up stuff, and you're gonna have your diehard followers because you've been doing it a long time. But come on, why don't you talk about if we gonna go that way? Let's be consistent about the Charlo twins and Errol Spence kissing Canelo ass. And we gonna be consistent about it. Let's talk about Tank kissing Canelo ass. Come on, but you won't. Come on, y'all got an issue with Bob Arum. Don't watch his events then. How about that? Just watch Premier Boxing Champions events. Don't watch the Zone. Don't watch Top Rank. Don't watch none of Kathy Duva events. Don't watch the NBC events at all. Don't watch it. Don't watch it then. Let's how y'all truly boycott. Anthony Ware salute. It's hilarious to me. He the same one. Everybody know what De La Hoya is, and De La Hoya don't like black people. Everybody know. He come from East LA. Look up the history. Everybody know it. But he was trying to apply for a Canelo event a while ago. Was crying when he got denied. Come on, ain't that hypocrisy, bro? You trying to go support an event that don't like you, don't like people that look like you. But then you telling Shakur Stevenson not to co-sign Bam Rodriguez. How does that sound? Honestly, how does that sound? Can somebody tell me? He's trying to get up in the Oscar De La Hoya event and crying about why he ain't let him in. Come on. Come on. Then he used to be hating on Terence Crawford too. Y'all remember that? He said on Terence Crawford. And now he changed the narrative, whatever. Like I said before, man, we talk about somebody who can't even get up in the States. If he comes to the States, it's over with. Now, apparently there is rumors going around that saying these two gentlemen, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, a fight will be announced July 4th. Okay. Heard it was started by Sandwich Man himself. Double decker, extra bacon, extra ham, extra provolone cheese, toasted bread, cut the edges off, extra mayo, extra pickles, none of that green shit on there. No turkey or chicken breast, none but bologna, lard, and the rest of it. And I want to saute the onions. All right, Sandwich Boy started a rumor that said that this fight will be announced on the 4th of July. Right? Which, at the end of the day, why would they announce such a fight on the 4th of July? Why would they announce such a fight and nothing leaked out to any credible reporters? So I already put a line out there to Earl people, and they said that it ain't they ain't heard nothing. The person I heard from, he said he ain't heard nothing. But what he can do is what he said he can do is promise that Earl ain't fighting Keith Thurman. He said he promised that he won't fight Keith Thurman. So it was texting blah blah blah. He doesn't know about the fight being announced for tomorrow. If he did, he would have said it. Also said Earl told him that he would never fight Keith Thurman, but you got word Al Heyman wants him to fight Keith Thurman. I told him that. So said we'll see. So he said the person he reached out with said they didn't really bring up or speak on and let the fight be announced July 4th. And like I said before, they said Barbara told me that YSM, shout out to the boy from Philly, said that the fight was be announced in 2 weeks. Next week will be 2 weeks. I'm telling y'all, man, they've been saying that for the last few months. Ain't nothing getting announced. I told you that somebody told me from the Crawford camp, well, they ain't from the Crawford camp, but former fighter said that he was told by them that the fight ain't close, and he what they said the fight ain't happening in October, November, none of that. He said the fight ain't happening, none of that, none of that. So that was said a few months ago. Former fighter. So that was said a month ago. So he got the sense that it ain't happening. Not no time soon. So, and Rick Glazer, I believe Rick Glazer, you can say a lot of things about Rick Glazer. You can talk about whatever about Rick Glazer. That's who Dante should be going at about race. He should be fighting the ops. But we can say a lot of things about Rick Glazer and all that stuff, whatever situation may be. But I believe him before I believe Sandwich Boy. Any of them dudes. Don't nobody really talk to them, bro. And the people that talk to them, they ignorant to how they move. So, Rick Glazer said that he heard that they disengaged, and I'm paraphrasing, in talks. And that sounded about right. Jocelyn, salute. Shout out to Anthony Ware, salute. Joey Chaz say, Benavidez and Charlo ASAP. I want to see it. I thought Charlo had a chance, but his actions showing me that he don't. He said most real boxing heads that have been waiting for Spence and Bud won't be able to afford to watch the fight in person at all. Especially when you hear President POS Joe Biden say that we on the verge of another pandemic. Especially when he said that. He just said it. Ricky East, salutes out to New York City. He just said that. So, a lot of people spend recklessly, but it's time to start putting your money where it need to go. But if you hear stuff like that, the housing market about to drop and all that stuff, foreclosures about to go up, wouldn't you be ready to tee your money up in a different way? You feel me? So when foreclosures go up, man, you have about a couple thousand, 10,000 at least around there. You probably can buy something. Or, property taxes, that's the best way. When a house foreclosed on property taxes, man, best way is to do it that. So it's going to be a lot of that going around, bro. Everybody buying, when they had that stimmy money instead of paying some of their property taxes, getting up on code. A lot of people going to be on the streets. Going to be a lot of houses around America to be had. That's the one thing that you waiting to drop, the stock market. I mean, not the stock market, but the housing market. Then in 2015 with ESPN, I don't know what you meant by that. Sean, he said Al Haymon has been advising Floyd Mayweather since he came into the sport to fight Juan Marquez. But he wasn't putting no plays together. Oscar De La Hoya is putting a lot of them plays together. That's the difference. Since he's been on his own, Oscar De La Hoya was putting a lot of those events together. I think they helped put together the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao event. But got to remember too, Top Rank was in on that event too. So what's their biggest event by themselves? It's got to be the McGregor fight, and don't nobody count that as a real event. Nobody count that as a real event. So, I mean, that and even the Conor McGregor fight was Dana White, Leonard Ellerbe, and Tom Brown. Even for that fight, it wasn't even like solely. What's the best fight they done solely? Solely, it's got to be Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. They don't. You could say they fell in the wrong era for piracy on television, but that's their fault. People say, well, the fight gonna be announced July 4th. If July 4th come around, it don't come, bro. And everybody they don't say nothing. They make up this. They want to make up excuse. They just go on to the next thing. They figure people gonna be eating ribs and they're not gonna be thinking about it. Come on. Who would leak anything to Sandwich Man? He lost so much prestige when old boy, took his channel, took his platform over in the morning. Come on. He said, I'm done with Crawford and Spence. Shout out to Joey Chaz. He said, fight will be announced at the next Olympics. Was that 2028? I meant the first PBC card was on ESPN in 2015. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's the year. Support the channel, Cash App, CJ Good 313. Appreciate y'all. Richard Schaefer, not Oscar De La Hoya. Well, at the end of the day, it's still Oscar De La Hoya Company. It don't really matter how you look at it. It's still Oscar De La Hoya Company, but you are right. So Wilder Fury, but that's still around with that's still less than what Broner and Pacquiao did, and Pacquiao and Thurman did, and it's still less, or it's around the same ballpark of Spence and Mikey Garcia. So that's it, because the last two Fury and Wilder fights, they were promoted in conjunction to Top Rank. So they really don't. Oh, Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, they said it did 800,000. But then again, if we want to be assholes about it, Canelo Alvarez, they didn't build up Canelo Alvarez or Manny Pacquiao. If you wanted to be animal about it, but let's shout out to King Joffrey Joe Boxing Talk. Man, I had King Joffrey Joe as my avatar. You slipping. I had King Joffrey Joe get somebody edit it, make it boxing wise. Shoot, and I'd be talking just like King Joffrey Joe if I could, which I can't. Hakeem, you want to show your royal loads? coming to America. That's second coming to America. See, I could have been on my Dante Boxing Nation and got on here and Bass coming to America too and been tap dancing, but I ain't do it. I watched like 10 minutes of it and I turned it off. I couldn't let it wreck the image of a classic. I just couldn't do it. Clarissa, we will get Manny Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao two before Spence and Bull. Yeah, Pacquiao got dusted in that presidential election. Ricky 245 said Haney and Tank fight will happen before Bud and Spence. You're probably right, but yeah, I said before, man. Like at some point, it sound. And like I said before, I'm agree more with Rick Glazer on this. It's been almost 8 months that they've been talking about this fight, and despite what Crawford said, uh, despite some of the things that Spence said, I mean, Spence said if it don't happen, it ain't my fault. Spence has already been caught in multiple lies, bro. It was never no contract, and they got mad at Mayweather for exposing it. We knew if Errol Spence got all the belts, we knew if Errol Spence got all the belts that we knew he got all the belts. It wasn't going to be a smooth transition. We know Terence Crawford stubborn. We knew it was gonna come to this. Let's be real, bro. We all knew that it was gonna come to this, bro. And at the end of the day, at one point, it was fun to talk about. But like I said, this is stretched out well beyond Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Let's be real. When Deontay Wilder was sitting down with his own, before that, it really wasn't even no real subject, bro. Like before that, like at one point, it was a hot subject when AJ had a belt, when AJ got two belts, when AJ picked up the WBO versus when he picked up that WBO versus no, it was whenever he picked up the last belt, he won the first belt versus Charles Martin, right? Then he won the second belt WBA, I think it was versus Vladimir Klitschko because Luis Ortiz stepped aside. Little known fact there. And then he beat Joseph Parker because Parker really lost to Andy Ruiz. Most people thought. I thought he lost to Huey Fury too, but yeah. So then right around he beat Joseph Parker. To me it was different because we going against the British fans and that kind of tore up the box community too because a lot of people was cool. All them British channels, especially the British black channels, we all was cool, and then that kind of divided the boxing channels too. You know what I'm saying? But it's different. This is dividing the black channels up. This is dividing the American channels up. So it was a little bit. I enjoyed the Anthony Joshua Wilder talk. But the funny thing about that was a lot of people were fans of Anthony. All of us was fans of Anthony Joshua. Everybody was a fan of Anthony Joshua. Like Deontay Wilder really wasn't the guy. Joshua was the next guy that everybody gave a torch to, and pretty much Deontay put it all together at one point, and we all started riding with Deontay Wilder. So, I mean, it was crazy, bro. But that was cool. Even though we was some good relationships that was broken in that little melee. But all you gotta do is black channels already beefing with black channels, and like I said, they a lot of guys like them, they pick and when they tell the truth, they pick and choose when they report news. Think about that for a minute. They pick and choose to report news. Like just like my man said, I forget who said it in the comment section. I think it was Javier Logan. Whoever said it, he said when Shakur co-signed Bam Rodriguez, I'm about to say Bam Adebayo, it's an issue. But when Tank got his mouth all up Canelo damn asshole, it's not an issue. When Errol Spence and the Charlo twins kiss Canelo ass, it's not an issue. Like I said before, they just get mad at people because who they sign with. I don't care, bro. That shit old news. That's like HBO days. And Al Heyman been the guy for a long time and ain't nothing changed. They didn't even mark the Broner Pack fight nor the one time Pack fight. Yeah, them. You said they didn't mark. Yeah, I don't. They don't market no fights, but yeah, I really don't remember. But it sold a little bit. They didn't market the Errol Spence. I mean, they didn't market the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight. Go remember that. My boy, actual facts. Angel Santos, salute. What's going on? I need to get with you about that crypto, bro. Just smash the like button. Long time sub. CJ will get Durant, Sugar Ray Leonard Ford before. Man, I spend my money on them old geezers fighting. I would. Word on the streets, Pacquiao, Khan saying, I don't believe nothing that Khan say though. Mayweather said Khan lied right on him, talking about they talking about fighting. Khan need to retire. He got no punch resistant left. Greg Williams tomorrow, no fight. It ain't gonna be tomorrow. It ain't gonna be on no holiday. I don't have many paying them niggas time and a half. And everybody know PBC, man, what it is. Everybody they can go on here and say Terence Crawford, Chenny. They can go on here and say this, that, and the third, whatever it is, man. If Terence Crawford had a true weakness, a big weakness, Errol Spence would get in there with him. It wouldn't be nothing to talk about. If Errol Spence had a true weakness, or Terence Crawford had a true weakness, wouldn't be nothing to talk. If he was truly Chenny, bro, let's just say this Amir Khan in his prime, bro. And he lost to Danny per se, or he lost to British Prescott already. I think this would be a topic of conversation, man. Amir Khan would have his money, and it'd be good, bro. Errol Spence fans is just like they won't even say that it's beyond delusional. When he didn't respond to Terence Crawford, when Crawford was in the ocean, they made up a fake Facebook hybrid Twitter tweet to talk about him. Now they mad that he ain't they ain't making this fight, and they know it's his fault. Now they making up fake dates talking about when it's happening. Got people asking about stuff, but when I had somebody put a line out about what Rick Glazer tweeted, nobody responded to it. I asked a couple people. Only one person responded to when I reached out individually. When somebody else reached out to him, nobody had no answers. A lot of people that usually come right back to him, nobody had no answers. I asked somebody over at PBC, they had no answers about it, or they didn't answer. So think about it. I asked about July 4th, right? To my dude, got an answer within 24 hours, bro. Got an answer. You know what I'm saying? Asked about that tweet from Rick Glazer. Hold on. I asked about the tweet from Rick Glazer. When was that? Like Thursday or Friday, bro? It was like Friday morning. 2 days ago. I still have not got a tweet. Or not a tweet. I still ain't got a text or nothing, email or nothing back from that phone call, nothing. Nothing. None from people that consistently say, well, man, see, you ain't told you the fight gonna happen. Come on. It don't take, man, come on. 8 months to discuss a fight. And then Errol Spence said, if it don't happen, it ain't my fault. What you mean? See why silence is key, bro? See why silence is key? Not saying nothing is key, bro, because you won't get caught up. Eddie Hearn got caught up doing that. Eddie Hearn got caught up a lot of times doing that, just talking too much. Same thing with Errol Spence. He getting caught up just talking too much. If it don't happen, it ain't my fault. Sign the contract. Putting the Instagram out there with a video. Mike Tyson say sign the contract. Floyd Mayweather came and shut all that down. Ain't no contract. Say you right, CJ. They already blaming Bud for the fight not being made. I'm already hearing that around people around the YTBC. That's YouTube boxing channel community, boxing community. Excuse me. But I mean, of course they won't blame him, bro. Oh, he should just go ahead and take what they giving. Like, bro, have you ever never did a business deal, bro? Just because you go in a job, say pay $10 an hour, you take 10. Everybody gonna take what they giving. Hold on, I leave Bob Arum to make the fight happen, and I'm supposed to take less. He supposed to make all the money. So regardless, win, lose, or draw, or robbery, he win. Boxing is the only sport like that, or combat sports is the only sport like that where the loser can get dusted, embarrassed, all right, make more money than the loser, and they can rematch, and the winner and the loser can still make more money. It's the only sport. Legacy is cool. Glenn Johnson came on Line Killer Podcast. Check out the Line Killer Podcast. And they asked him the legacy of the money. He said he'd rather have the money. So Terence Crawford supposed to take less money. For one, Terence Crawford supposed to leave his promoter, right? Take the slander from fans, right? Take less money, beat the hell out of Terence Crawford. Out of Errol Spence. And at the end of the day, when they get him his check backstage, the check is supposed to say what? The check is less. And what you supposed to feel is your biggest moment. And you take your check, you took what they give them, that's all you get. Come on. How can you be happy? No matter how bad you beat them, how spectacular you beat them, how you dust them off, how you feel happy? Errol Spence get beat up and his eye closed or whatever, get up off the canvas, he look at his check and they say 20 million. Crawford look at his check and say 6 million. Come on. And on top of that, you want to continue on to your career, not Al Heyman control every career move. So now you go into fighting when Bob Arum said you can fight whenever you want to fight, to you fighting when PBC tell you to fight. They telling you with an 8, 9, 10 week notice, 12 weeks at the most, when your next fight is. Not Al Heyman controls your destiny. Come on. And you took less for all that to happen. People don't understand it. It's a lot that go into the business. So he supposed to just give it all up to Al Heyman. And if I'm taking less money, then and then I gotta keep fighting. So I don't blame him, bro. You stand for anything or fall for. I mean, fall for anything. I'm stand for something or fall for anything. He shouldn't. AJ Water's still a big money fight. It is, Christian. Lather say that was me that said that, but that's right. Right there shows they buy some blood cosigns the new way. It's the worst thing in the world. But when PBC, D-Rock, Canelo, they want to talk about sandwiches and prison sex. That's crazy, bro. And you right. He put him over Earls, man. Like I ain't agree with it, but I don't care. They worrying about too many people opinion. That's the problem, bro. Somebody came on my other channel. You can check it out. It's called Motor City Sports Talk. And I did a video. It was a rumor that linked out that said that the Hornets was going to pull the qualifying offer to my Bridge. The boy come on and say, well, lead the talk. The Hornets talk to me, and you're wrong. They didn't pull up. And guess what? Obviously this morning or a couple hours ago, they told them about they pulling the offer. Do you go right in and there? So come on, stop playing with me. If people just worry about their own yard, they don't worry about my yard because it don't take a village to raise a child no more. Don't worry about my yard. As long as your dog stay in your yard, as long as your family stay in your yard, as long as you keep as long as you handle shit on your property line and your yard and your backyard, your front yard, I don't care, bro. I don't care what you got going on. As long as it don't stop me and I ain't gotta get questioned by the police, I don't care. That's a problem on YouTube. Everybody get mad because people got an opinion. It's my opinion. No matter how dumb or stupid my opinion, you can listen or don't listen. Come on, that's facts. King Joffrey Joe Boston said losing Danny and Sean as gatekeeper at the same time is going to slow shit up about a year. I mean, yeah, they got to put new blood in there. So, like I said before, it's the perfect time for Bob Barron to move some of the 140s up, obviously, but he could wait till they messed up. Trump would donate money to Black Lives Matter before he get Spence and Bud. That money gonna go right back into his pocket. Tyrese Bowie said one time, what's up though? What's going on, bro? Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, that's just where we at with it, bro, man. It's pathetic. They mad because Errol Spence. They mad because Errol Spence. And they know Errol Spence in the wrong. If they really wanted to fight, they never would have cut out Top Rank. I'm telling you, if they really wanted to fight each other, Top Rank would have never got cut out. That shows you everything you need to know. Top Rank never would have got cut out. In Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder need to be kissing Tyson Fury's ass. He really do. Because Tyson Fury running over to Bob Barron was the best thing that happened for the trilogy. It was the best thing that happened for the trilogy. They purses went up super duper high. I say it again. Nobody ever talk about that. You think if they did the Wilder Fury rematch that they would have got the purses they got for the rematch? I think they got like 30 apiece for the second fight. Y'all talking about Bob Arum Al Heyman as a businessman. Deontay Wilder defending his title more than Tyson Fury defending his title coming into the first fight. Tyson Fury fought one time in America, virtually unknown fighter in America. Didn't have a lot of United Kingdom support because he's a gypsy, right? But Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder split 50-50 for the first and the second fight. Come on. Deontay Wilder been clocking more money than Errol Spence probably would make at one fight. The money that Errol Spence asked him to fight Terence Crawford, Deontay Wilder been getting that for a while. At least since everything after the first Tyson Fury fight. What Deontay Wilder brought home in the 3 fights, I heard it's almost close to $100 million. So get out of here. Deontay Wilder is the only active PBC fighter that could demand that type of money. Hear me out. He's the only one that could walk in and demand that type of money. Deontay Wilder got $20 million to fight Dominic Brazil on regular TV. So if they can scrape up $20 million for Deontay Wilder to fight Dominic Brazil, right? They can scrape that up. They can't scrape up 20 to get a Terence Crawford, and they can't find a way to get the money to Errol Spence, the rest of the money to Errol Spence. Think about that for a minute. They can't find a way to find Errol. Come on, it's total stuff, bro. Al Heyman ain't trying to dig up that money, bro. He ain't trying to find that money. I told y'all, Errol Spence said he want him to fight. He wants him to fight Keith Thurman. He said, "We'll never fight Keith Thurman." Cool. More than likely, if that's true, He's going to be taking on probably moving up in weight and taking on a 154 pounder. So there you go. He said, remember Chavez Jr. and Canelo Alvarez? That scrap fight, that crap did a million pay-per-views. Yup. It sure did do a million pay-per-views. A million pay-per-views. He ain't lying. Come on. That just shows you how powerful a machine ESPN was. Crawford Spence negotiations ceased for Errol Spence and new guys. Yeah, it stopped right before that fight. He said Wilder got 60 million after that third fight with Fury. He clocking. He clocking. He clocking, bro. So, like I said before, they dudes making money. So Al Heyman want to find money, he could fight. You think really Al Heyman really looking? For Steven Espinoza, he looking stupid out here trying to, say in so many different ways why the fight ain't happening. It's all over the money. It's all about the money. Al Heyman not giving up the money, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. If it don't make dollars, it don't make why lose money? But you can't lose money. You can't cut Bob Arum out and lose money. You can't cut the Bob father out. Y'all should lose together. But like I said before, when they cut Bob Arum out, we should have knew something. When they just did business with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder 2 times. They did try to finesse their way out the third fight though, so maybe that has something to do with it. But Nate, what's going on, brother? That definitely has something to do with it, but they really. At the end of the day, man, we throughout history we didn't name Lennox Lewis, and we didn't get Lennox and Riddick Bowe. It's a lot of fights we didn't get. We didn't see Ike Abuchi and a lot of different fighters. Didn't see him get the title and see him go on and do what he was supposed to do as a professional. So, boxing has consistently throughout the eras not gave us big fights, but it's different stories or whatever situation may be. We never got James Toney versus the Klitschko brothers and nothing like that. So it happens, but this amount of fights not happening. It's crazy. This amount of fights in one era not happening is wild. Like this whole, when you look back on this era, it's gonna be a caveat on every fight, or it's gonna be an asterisk on every fight. Think about that. Even if Crawford and Spence happened, what a car accident. Even if Wilder and Fury happened, Wilder and Joshua and Fury. What if Joshua didn't lose to Ruiz? What if Joshua didn't lose to Usyk and eliminate the fighters? Even when you get the big fights, Pacquiao and Spence. What if Pacquiao and Floyd? What if Floyd fought Pacquiao in 2009? That's what this gonna be about. Even the fights you get is just like, man, what if they would have, you don't really hear nobody saying, well, Bernard took on Roy Jones too early. Now if Rory would have lost, that probably would have been a narrative. Come on. That's what this era gonna be about, bro. It's gonna be about asterisk boxing. When do you think they will move on? If Rick Glazer saying they moving on now. They're moving on now. So shit, Crawford gotta fight or he gotta retire. Errol Spence gotta fight. He got to fight again next year. Unless he gonna retire, and I doubt that. Yeah, smash that like button, please, brothers and sisters. He said, I do believe the investors want to invest the money because Al still hasn't paid back his $1.5 billion. He's running playing duck goes with the money, with their money. Better pay him back. He said Pryor never got nobody from the Golden. Yeah, no. He was in the 140-pound division, 35 and 140-pound division. But he was easily gonna move up. The one would have been Sugar Ray Leonard, but Thomas Hearns didn't fight him neither. But he stopped Thomas Hearns in the amateurs. So you can see that on YouTube. But he did get Alexis Aguero though. So, yeah, Aaron Pryor's too macho. Y'all talking about the macho fighters like Roberto Duran, Aaron Pryor right there. That would have been a great fight too. That would have been a hell of a fight. Hands of Stones and the Hawk. Ooh, oh, nobody talk about that. But hell of a fight right there, boy. Aaron Pryor too macho for anybody at 140. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't think too many people got a chance there, bro. Young Miguel Cotto would have got knocked out. Just telling y'all the truth. Crawford, it'd have been a dog fight, but mm, um, Danny Garcia would got annihilated. Who else there? Kasazu, he had got annihilated. So yeah, it'd have been he probably the greatest 140. Floyd Mayweather. That'd have been a really good fight right there. That'd have been a good fight. That'd have been a good fight. Mayweather Hawk. I mean, that'd have been a good fight. But like I said, McGill Cotto, Paulo Malignaggi, them dudes would have got sparked. Zab Judah, love Zab Judah. But yeah, it ain't too many. 140 ain't been around forever, but it's been some fun. It's some fun fights there though. I ain't gonna lie, it's some fun fights there. Nate Campbell and Aaron Pryor would have been a funny fight. Would have been a good fight too, especially at 35. So Aaron Pryor is my favorite fighter of all time. He's him and Duran is as macho as they come. Heyman he started playing and forced Thurman to fight Boots. Man, Thurman is sat on something. Thurman is cheap, so he can't really force Thurman to do nothing because Thurman has saved his money, but he do got a wife now, so he needs to spend his money. But Thurman has saved his money though, so it's hard to force Thurman to do something. But yeah, Thurman can't go nowhere though. Late to the party, but what's up, Mike? What's up, Stacks Man TV? Salute, bro. What's going on? What's goody? What's goody with you? Johnson, what if Triple G fought Andre Ward? No, Max, I ain't done to get the ring with Andre Ward. No. Andre Ward too much for me. Andre Ward with a dog walk Triple G. Y'all know like why the Triple G. I can ask some questions before I get off. Y'all know why Triple G got the hype because they said that he had dropped Kovalev with a body shot when they both. I think they both might have been sparring with Abel Sanchez or been up at Big Bear. He dropped Kovalev with a body shot. And that's where like a lot of the Triple G hype started in his amateur career. You could watch him stop Lucian Bute in the amateurs. And he parked Lucian Bute. I ain't even gonna lie. He said if they don't fight, I'm gonna be pissed off. Only fight I want to see this year. Man, like I said before, when they fight, bro, it's gonna come. If they do fight, it's gonna come out of nowhere. You're gonna be, I don't know, washing your car. I mean, whatever you're doing, taking the kids to the practice. It's gonna come out of nowhere, bro. Mark my words. You're gonna be sitting at the movie theater, your cell phone signal gonna kick back in when you're leaving out. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Mark my words. It's gonna come out of nowhere if they do fight. I'm just telling you. It's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna come straight out of nowhere. I know how these things happen, bro. But I'll be glad when they make a decision, bro. I think PBT knows Bud versus Spence fight does only 400K. Man, it's gonna do more than 400. It's gonna do more than what Pacquiao did with It's gonna do more than what Pacquiao did with both of the other fighters. I think, like I said, I think 600 is the floor because you got to understand, bro. When it's actually first made, you are gonna get a nice little syndication of the fight. You gotta remember that too. You're gonna get a nice syndication of it, bro. You're gonna get BT. I mean, everybody that don't come to the fights usually they gonna come down to them fights. Vogue, MTV, Rolling Stone, Ebony Magazine, all them coming to the fight. CNN, Fox News, Fox Sports, ESPN, ABC, same country. All them coming to the fight. So really, they're gonna do the coverage. They're gonna do the coverage. So it's gonna do 6 off the strength of it's 2 Black American fighters. It's going to sell. Mark my words. It's going to sell 600 minimum. Mark my words. It's too popular. It's too popular fight. People literally talk about this fight in barbershops, in the gym. It is a topic. So if it actually did happen, they're going to make their money back. The sad part, General Pendant salute. The sad part about it is they're going to mark the ticket prices up. I'm telling you, that pay-per-view probably going to be $100. And the seats is probably going to be $1,000 to get in there. Look at the Canelo Triple G seats. Atrocious. In my link tree, you can find me everywhere there. The Zone got the best fights for the rest of the year. Who they got? Because I don't be interested in what they be having on. I'm interested in the smaller weight classes. But yeah, they got Canelo, Triple G. They got Anthony Joshua, Usyk. I'm interested in both of those. But they got too much fat on their channel, bro. It's just too many fights that I don't care about. Sandor Martin Sandor and Ward should have got back in there with like a guy like or Harry Davies. I would have watched that. I definitely would have watched that. Who else they got? But they got um they should have who else they got over there, man? I'm thinking about their whole roster. Yeah, I like the smaller fights. I really don't care to see Estrada and Chocolito again. I want to see both of them versus Bam Rodriguez, and I said both of them. Um, so I can't really think about their roster, but it's just too much fat on the channel, bro. It's too many international bullshit fights on there that nobody care about. Is that where the Joe Joyce fight come on ESPN yesterday? But it's just too much fat on the zone. It's not enough. And then when they do have like actual like real medium meat on their steak, it's just them versus. It's just the same problem around boxing. It's just Danny Jacobs versus nobody. Then he finally get the Canelo fight. Just Triple G fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, couldn't make Triple G fight nobody. They got the same problem, bro. They need other promoters to play along. We're gonna watch Spencer Bud on the undercard of Haney and Tank for 10 years from now. Man, gonna watch him in the Mike Tyson Legends of Champions, season 15 and shit. Let's have versus Shane. Who you got prime for prime? Probably Shane. It's a good fight though. Probably Shane. But I don't know, man. Zab head is on straight. No, Zab hard to beat. So that's a good fight. I probably go with Shane, but Zab straight punches might be the key. That's a real good fight that never happened. They smashed the like button. Will the negotiation stop? It's always gonna be an open dialogue because people gonna want to see the fight. This gonna translate to 147. Mark my words. It's gonna be at 147. We're gonna be talking about the same. I mean, 154. We're gonna be talking about the same thing. I'm talking about the same exact BS. It's gonna be the same BS. Same BS. Something popped up on my phone. I don't know why they be recommending me BS. I know it's BS. Hold on. They recommended BS. Here you go. Blue balls. Crawford can't hurt. Natural middleweight Spence. Oh man. Danny Garcia says Jermel Charlo is basic. Says, man, that dude's the worst. He literally took Stevie Kim tweet literal, bro. He is special. He went to PS special school. Stevie Kim had a tweet where it said that I'm gonna show you the original tweet, bro. And they be recommending his shit, bro. Like, bro, I be saying don't recommend this channel, and they still recommend. YouTube need to work on that, you know. But Stevie Kim said that both Terence Crawford and Errol Spence agreed, and it said today is not today is Wednesday. That's exactly what the tweet said. And he made a video talking about Boxing Insider, 5'5" Stevie Kim says they both agree to fight Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Errol Spence, 5'9", 147 pounds, 71 inch round. You look at this nigga like, man, bruh. When will the propaganda stop, bro? YouTube supposed to be against propaganda. Can we stop it? That dude literally put a tweet out that said they both agreed it's Thursday. He made a video about it. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. I'm trying to tell you I'm not lying. These dudes just be reading the first couple. If they could read, he probably have his wife read it for him. What this say? You probably reading his voice. Welterweight superstar Errol Spence. Like literally, bro. I'm not. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, dog. Dog, I'm trying to tell you, dude. I'm trying to tell you. I think I'll be lying, bro, but I'll be lying, bro. This is where he got it from, man. I swear to God, bro. I promise you, dog. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. What's Jay-Z said? This can't be life. He said, I'm being told that both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have agreed that today is Wednesday. He made a video talking about literally. He made a video talking about popped on my phone that they agree to fight. I swear to God, you can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up, bro. You couldn't write this in a fairy tale book. Couldn't put this in the Pixar movie, dog. And Blue Balls made a video about it. I promise you, bro. It ain't gonna be no announcement tomorrow. It ain't gonna be, man. Come on, man. You know it ain't gonna be no announcement tomorrow. They tomorrow it's July 4th. They're gonna announce it on. If anything, should announce it on Juneteenth. It's hilarious to me, man. I got any other questions I answer, man. I gotta go ahead and make a run. This is hilarious, bro. But boxing is hilarious, dude. You can't make this up, man. You got certain dudes that just try to race bait all day on YouTube. At the point, you just got to start ignoring them jokers, bro. You're not gonna win a war in a sport based on ethnic pride, bro. You just not. You just not. It's crazy to me, bro. I'm talking about, man, they making propaganda. It's gonna be announced on the 4th of July, and watch tomorrow roll around. Watch tomorrow roll around, right? And then they gonna act like ain't nothing happened. They gonna act like nothing. Nobody, none of the core fan, none of their core fan base hold them accountable. It's funny, bro. It's funny. Everyone having barbecues tomorrow. They announced a no fight. Exactly. Thurman trying to cash out. He ain't fighting no. He ain't fighting no. He ain't fighting no. No Boots. Boots gonna have to get his the hard way. Boots gonna have to get his the hard way. That's what Thurman say. Boots gonna have to get it the hard way, ski mask way. That's what Keith. Y'all think Keith Thurman who wouldn't fight Errol Spence, wouldn't fight Keith, asked for $10 million to fight Terence Crawford? You think he get in the ring with Jerron Boots? And Boots don't generate nowhere near that amount of money. Yeah, nowhere near that amount of money. That's crazy. He generates nowhere near that amount of money. They talking about, man, come on. He want 10 to fight Bud. He want 100 to fight motherfucking Boots. He said they trying to age Bud out exactly, and Bud should have got a fight, shopped into a network, see if they would have bought it. Maybe that's what they doing. That's what they doing. That's what they could be doing, but that's what the plan always was to age Bud out. He said, "Real talk, CJ. Real talk, CJ. What tomorrow will be the best time where everybody barbecue and get drunk? They announce it. They definitely not. They definitely not. It would be nice. Carissa Shields and that were McKay Mayer and Carissa Shields, and I think they had their press conference Tuesday. They announcing it Tuesday, so I mean, just a wait and see approach, man. And if you ain't got no other questions, man, make sure you check us on Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, Stitcher, Anchor. What else? On Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, all free. Listen to this show tomorrow morning. I have it up before midday. Um, Ad free, rate me on there, follow me, whatever y'all chose to listen to. The platform, it don't matter. I appreciate that. I share my Google podcast or my podcast link tree on my Instagram story. I shared when they go up on Twitter in the community tab, so you'll be able to listen to whatever. I'm still waiting on Apple to let me in. Let me in now. Let me in now. I don't even know who on Apple no more. Let me in now. But yeah, he said a Carissa fight card is going to be a good one. Yeah, they should do 3-minute rounds though. It's gonna be in the UK. Yep, they should do 3-minute rounds. They sleeping on that though. They should for sure should do 3-minute rounds. Cause I'm starting to think the plan was to age Bud out. Them trying to fight him at 54. Man, they've been always to age him out. That's been the plan. That's been the plan. Is to age him out. But I kept telling y'all that. I told y'all that from the beginning. TV told y'all, you get to drag Errol Spence to the ring, kicking and screaming. That's what he said. Kicking and screaming. That's exactly what it got to be. Exactly. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Let me get out of here. Peace. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe.